A biobank is a large collection of samples that are stored appropriately for the sample type that are there for researchers to use now, but also well into the future. Now, why our biobank is unique is that it's a collection of microorganisms. Most biobanks, of course, are biobanks of tissue samples, but here what we're storing is microorganisms, organisms that we grow from the samples that are collected as part of our sampling campaign. Within the AHMB, what we'll be doing is collecting samples from the gut microbiome, skin, oral and vaginal microbiomes.
My task every day is to promote the health of our patients who present with all kinds of GI or gastrointestinal disorders. We need to look at the microbiome not necessarily as a cause of all conditions, but it can be a modifier of the intensity or a modifier of progression of organic disease. But it's probably even more important that our patients are prepared to actively participate and contribute to the research. This will enable us not only to care better for our current patients, but it also enables us to care better for future generations of patients.
The biobank's being built on this really amazing technology that we've developed over the last few years. It's based on fluorescence-activated cell sorting, which is a really cool technique that allows us to separate individual cells to try and grow them in the lab. This allows us to do this in really high throughput, which gives us the scale that's necessary to grow all of the organisms that live within our bodies. What I love about the research we're doing right now is that we're at the forefront of science in the microbiome space. The biobank is a key element of that, and having them growing in the lab, coming from real patients, is super critical to us being able to understand their role in various health and disease issues.
When I was diagnosed with IBS, there was not a lot of information out there. I was quite young and I felt that I was quite alone, especially living in a regional area. There wasn't people there that could help me with my condition. So it was a lot of trial and error and a lot of mistakes made along the way. What motivated me to donate a sample to the biobank was to be a part of the research. The samples that I'll be donating to the AHMB include gut microbiome samples, but in addition to that, I will also be giving oral microbiome and skin microbiome samples to hopefully help treat other conditions. Though we may not see an outcome right now, we may see it in 10 years' time, and hopefully it will help people in the future.
We see this as a resource not only for the Australian scientific community, but also for improving patient outcomes. I'm excited to work for AHMB because it is Australia's first high-throughput cultivation platform, which will enable researchers to have access to novel bacteria, and they will be able to advance their research and improve patient outcomes and quality of life.
The way I envisage the biobank being used is it will push research, which has been largely just exploratory, into mechanistic. We'll be able to understand the contribution of these organisms to our health and diseases. Our microbiomes are unique, and in order to be able to be as inclusive as possible and maximise the diversity of microbiome types that we collect, we're opening the doors to everyone. We want to collect samples from everyone across Australia, no matter your age, your ethnicity, your diet, whether you have disease or whether you consider yourself extremely healthy. We're looking to get as broad a diversity of samples as possible. And so we need your help to build the Australian Human Microbiome Biobank.